Anybody who's known air cooling for any length of time knows this beast. This is the CoolerMaster Hyper 212 Evo, one of the best budget coolers out on the market. So, is there any way they can improve upon this? Probably not by much, but I did notice one that caught my interest. Say hello to CoolerMaster V8 GTS. This is one huge cooler. Bigger than this, but how does this actually perform? That's what we're going to find out today. Stick around. You never know what you're going to see once you get inside the box of the beast. So what is going on here, guys? I know I've had this box sitting on my shelf for a little while, thinking I'm going to use it here one of these days. And kind of on the fence about it, because I know for overclocking, usually water cooling is better, but there are a lot of really good air coolers on the market, yet I really haven't seen this one getting a whole lot of attention. So what I thought I'd do is at least show you what this cooler is all about, and we're going to take a look inside the box here and see what it looks like. Okay, so here we have the box of the CoolerMaster V8 GTS. This does look a little different than I've seen in some other videos, but I thought I'd give you a look at what it looks like. You have the picture of the actual cooler on the front. You turn it to the side. It's got some of the specifications of what all it supports. You go on the back, you have some more information, and on the side you have another picture. Pretty unassuming box, but it is a big box. I mean, by comparison, Hyper 212 is a very little unassuming box. So you know this thing is going to be like huge. So what I thought I'd do is, I'm not quite ready to do the build yet, but I thought I'd at least unbox this and give you kind of an aesthetic breakdown of what's actually inside the box. So we're going to open this up. Inside it looks like you've got your mounting hardware. You've got your, set this off to the side a little bit here. You've got your instruction manual, which has got like a lot of diagrams. Kind of small diagrams. They're not really all that huge. Got your warranty information. Be sure to fill that out. And then, what else we got here? Styrofoam packing material. And then there's just some more styrofoam on the inside of this, so we're just going to set this aside. Holy cats. This thing is ginormous. Oh, it's got a little cardboard on the inside here, so we're just gonna slip that out. Of course, they use that for packing. Wow, that thing is, sheesh, this thing is huge. I mean, look at that. Look how big that is. And there is the plate on the bottom, nice, smooth. Got a little bit of a surface to it. It's got that little sticker on there. Be sure you take the sticker off before you attach this, otherwise you are going to have thermal issues. On the back, got all of our connectors. Got the LED connector. Well, actually, no, these are just to the fans from what it looks like. These are just a PWM splitter that connects into the 4-pin on the motherboard. And that's also got the, looks like it's also got the LEDs hooked up in there. Now I've seen other pictures and other videos of this particular cooler. Actually, before I get too far into this, let's see what's all inside this box. And somebody's probably going to say, "Hey, you forgot the box, dude. What's inside the box?" Okay, well, I'll show you what's inside the box. all is in the box. Boxception. So you've got your mounting brackets here on the back, and then you have some of your other mounting hardware for inside. I'm not going to take all this out just yet. And it looks like for some reason this bag is already split open. I'm not quite sure why. Kind of a little suspicious there, but you know, hey, it's probably just in transit. So you've got all your mounting hardware for AMD and Intel, so that way you can be sure that no matter what you're going to put this into, just be sure you choose the right backplate for whatever kind of CPU you're going to install. But the main thing I want to concentrate on is the aesthetic of this. Now, the thing that I think is kind of interesting about this design is when you look at it and you look and see how much clearance the RAM has underneath this board. So you could put this on a Z170 board, you could put this on an X99 board, put this on the new Z270 boards. The only thing you're going to be limited by is just the amount of space in your case. As long as you have enough space in your case for this behemoth, you're going to be fine. And the only thing I wish CoolerMaster would have done differently with this would be is instead of having just red LEDs in here, if they would have like RGB LEDs, and people are going to say, well, yeah, you could just switch out the fans. I think they're actually part of this in here. I could be wrong, but the thing that is cool about this is that if you look, it has 3 radiators. So you got one in the middle, you have the 2 on the sides, and you have all these heat pipes going out evenly to the stacks. And then what you have inside, and I know you probably can't see this too clearly, but you have 2 140 millimeter fans that are in here. And you look, you can spin on the bottom. And these are the same, looks like the same CoolerMaster fans that they put, well, almost the same as what's in the 212U, but these are totally round, so these will fit in there. And they spin really easily. And CoolerMaster is known for making really good fans, at least in my opinion. So we'll test this out in the new build, and we'll see how it performs. I mean, it does look nice. Like I said, it would have been nicer if it would have had more options other than red LEDs, but not too bad. I mean, this thing is just monstrous. But the thing also to consider is that if you don't have low clearance RAM, you're not really going to have a problem with this because there is clearance underneath the sides for taller RAM. So this isn't really going to impede your ability to put in some nice RAM sticks and have a really good build. Although underneath here, you're probably not going to see too much except for the ones that are like a little bit further out from underneath the cooler. But this is what you're going to see when you have it mounted in your case, especially if it's vertical like most people. And it does look nice. It's kind of got that V8 build that it's inspired by. Not a bad card, or not a bad cooler card. That's a debate for another day. So, after doing some more looking, I did find out that the RAM clearance for this cooler is 50 millimeters. So if you have anything taller than 50 millimeters that's already in your build, you're not going to be able to use this cooler. You're going to have something that's either goes above that or go water cooling, or you're going to have to maybe swap out your RAM for something a little bit lower profile, depending on what you like, what your aesthetic is, what your needs are. Take all those factors into account before jumping on the gun and getting this particular cooler. It does look nice. So if you have I would say this is more geared for a red and black theme build. So if that's what you're going for, this is going to fit in beautifully with it. You're going to have no problems as long as the RAM will sit underneath there. And like I showed you in the video, the stacks are pretty high up. So it is going to allow for a lot of clearance. So just check the clearance on your RAM versus what this says that it can support up to, and then judge accordingly. So that's my take on it. Have you used the V8 GTS before? What are your thoughts on it? Does it cool as well as some of the others? I know I haven't really been seeing a lot of reviews for this cooler because it is an older cooler and there have been newer coolers that have come out since. But since this does have the double fans in it, I thought I'd give it a look-see, see what it's all about. Let me know what your thoughts are on the V8 GTS. Go ahead and drop them down in the comments down below. I'd always love to hear from you. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button down there. If you haven't already and you want to, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's that red button that's right over there. Till next time, this here is Midnight Banshee always saying, be yourself, be a little original, and learn something new every day, because heaven knows you should, especially in this day and age. Don't let go of those old school skills. See you next time.